Hello. Today I will be presenting Tentfa, the shelter that folds flat like a nice fan. It's Hello. Today I'll be presenting Tentfa. First off, who are we? I'm Łukasz Eriksson, the CEO. I've done lots of the research for the strategy going forward in the future and lots of market research. And then we have Wyatt Hornbrook and Max Prince, who have both done lots of work together to help figure out the design, the materials, and manufacturing for our tents. And finally, we have Aiden Hong, the CFO, who did all of the finances for our company. All right. Why did we start Tentfa? Every single year, 250,000 tents are abandoned at camps and festivals. This is just an insane number. When people go to festivals, 77% of people leave their tents behind. And this leads to 900 tons of landfill waste, with only 52% of it being treated as disposal and the other 48 just being waste. So, our story of how we created Tentfa. It all started in 2023 when I went to a music festival down in Oregon called Pickathon. And after the event, me and my friends were walking around the area. It was a nice sunny day, nice nature. So we walked around and we saw just event staff having to clean up all the leftover tents that people left behind. So, of course, curious teenagers that we are, we asked them about it. And they said that 70% of the tents were left there. And that was insane to us. So then last year, during one of my TOK classes, Theory of Knowledge, we were having a discussion at one of my tables about how to solve lots of plastic waste issues. And this exact example came to my mind. So I started to think about it again and talk about it with my class about what solutions could be. And then this year, when I was in one of my classes, we were folding little paper fans, and I realized that when you fold it together and then it comes out, it creates a bunch of small little tents that can fold easily and come back out. And that's what started Tentfa. So, one product, four breakthroughs. The four problems we were able to solve with our tent is of how long it takes to set up tents. Normally, it takes about 30 plus minutes. With ours, it's the fan fold technique and it can deploy in about 60 seconds. The second one is most of these tents are small for only one or two people, but ours is able to serve 10 people as it comes in a bunch of tents, making a bunch of area for people. Our third problem was that tents can be heavy for shipping. It's about 55 kilograms, and these ship in big containers, while ours is 5 kilograms and it can fit in a day pack, like a briefcase that you carry around. Also, our biggest issue was the single use plastic and just sending all of these tents to landfills. So we created a 100% take back program. All right, our product itself here. We create one pack that's able to fold out into 5 tents that then has space for 2 people in each tent, so 10 people in total. Here we also have an image of our initial prototype. How the tent actually works. So first, it's deployed. It can then fold up like an accordion, and then they stack on top of each other, and then you're able to carry it. And the idea on how to keep these up nice and lightweight is that at the top of all of the peaks of the tent, there's a circle that there's then rods that you put a bar through. There's then circles that you put a bar through to make sure that it stays up and it doesn't bend and it keeps its structure. And the entire tent itself is actually just one big piece of plastic that we use from our take back program and landfill. So, more of the specs of our tent. It's about 5 kilograms, so one person can carry it. As we stated before, less than 60 seconds normally of setup time. It can fit 10 people, and it's 100% recycled fabric. All right. What we did with customer interviews. We interviewed and had responses on our survey from 243 people. 184 of these people were festival goers, and the other two categories were some outdoor and sportsy people, and then outreach organizations, which we'll talk about later. 71% of these festival goers said they have abandoned a tent at a festival. Yes, we interviewed some of the people destroying the world. 85% said that they would buy a recycled tent and like the initiative. 77% didn't know where old tents go, and this was very eye-opening to them. And 59% rate setup 1 to 2 out of 5, meaning it's very painful, and how tents currently are set up is not efficient and very tricky for many people. We also found out from our surveys that the average willingness to pay per rental tent to go to these festivals was about $89. So, why we're different here? As you can see, we take the cake in all of these different categories: setup, weight, capacity, recycling ability, and price. Overall, out of all of the things that could be our competition, we are the best. Although none of these have the same technology that we do with the fan foldability. All right, and more about our sustainability initiatives. In each tent, we hope to reuse about the plastic from 14 plastic bottles. And then also, we found it important that we have safe manufacturing practices with zero sweatshop labor. Of course, we already mentioned our 100% take back program. And then also, by making tents this way, we are using 78% less CO2 compared to making single-use tents. So who we serve. Our primary market is groups of festival goers around 18 to 28 years old. And this is around 32 million people. So we hope to target these people. And then also our secondary market that we hope to move into when we continue to grow is the disaster relief organizations, who have 4.2 billion annually to spend on shelters. And this includes the Red Cross, FEMA, and nonprofit organizations like that, or government organizations. All right, the market opportunity that we have. Overall, for the global camping tent and emergency shelter market, it's $6.2 billion. Absolutely massive. And then we think our obtainable market is about 85 million of this total thing, which is a great market, especially since both of these markets grow from 7 to 9% annually. So then here are our financials more. So we're hoping to have 3 streams of revenue and 4.8 million in revenue by year 3. So we hope to do direct to consumer, where we're selling directly to group campgoers, B2B, so selling our tents to festivals, and then festivals rent them out every weekend or overnight to the campers, and then selling it straight to government organizations and NGOs. And our break-even point was in Q4 of 2027. So what's next for us? Right now, we're starting as focusing on festivals with our product, as we first want to create a strong stream of revenue that we can then use to build upon with disaster relief and global shelter operations, where we can then help and so hopefully create better living conditions for many groups of people who are migrating or in natural disaster relief areas, and they have better quality shelters. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed.